I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and this is Mike Ogres from Ride Snowboards. Mike, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Oh, so that's good. We've been shooting, we've shot pretty much all the 2018 line. We're actually winding into and tuning in to the Alter Ego deck.
Yes.
Really interesting board that has two personalities, kind of like a couple of my ex-girlfriends. This is a fun board. What is the story behind the Alter Ego?
So this is one of those boards that our mad scientist Michael Chilton came up with.
Yes.
To kind of take it to the limit, if you will, in backcountry, but also give you that second personality where you're able to ride it around locally on whatever, some groomer runs and that kind of stuff. So this is now our fourth season with this. One of the coolest things about this is we won an award. We've won some awards at ISPO, but we won a Popular Mechanics Award on this thing.
Which is pretty interesting for a magazine or a publication outside of our industry to go, that's a good product.
True. Yeah, and so I mean, it all comes down to this little guy right
just
in
the
the back
tip.
here. Well, this is just the tail.
Just the tail.
Yeah. I mean, the tip is pretty important too, but the tail is where it's at. But this is one that's, I mean, it's like you said, it's that dual functioning girlfriend. You got the crazy side and you got the good side. So a lot of bells and whistles going on to this. But this year, the biggest change that you can see here is in this
veneer top sheet.
Veneer top sheet.
I like saying that word.
It's veneer.
Veneer.
Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds good, but it looks great.
It does.
That's what's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So the person that's getting on this, obviously a little bit more of a big mountain rider.
Yep.
He doesn't need a ton of flashy stuff like this, or skulls, or anger, or anything like that.
Yep.
He wants something a little bit more earthy. Take the wood back to the trees and kind of have fun with it.
Yep.
But a lot of bells and whistles going on with this. So where do you want to start?
Yeah. Well, let's bring him back to Chilton. So Chilton is a board engineer, design engineer for Ride.
Yeah.
He's done boards like the Alter Ego.
Yes.
He's done the War Pig.
Yes.
He's done a lot of decks that have won a lot of awards.
Yeah.
And the Alter Ego is kind of one of them. Having two personalities with a split tail system. Like specifically, that's kind of where a lot of the magic happens. Overall, it has a camera profile, right? Or
so we've done a little bit of both. So it's a directional kind of hybrid. So we do have reverse camber in that nose.
Yep. Keeps the nose afloat during deep snow.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. So we've got that going on, and then it rolls into camber, and then kind of rolls out to the back of the tail with a little bit of reverse camber on the back as well.
A little bit of camber.
Yeah.
So this is the cool thing about the Alter Ego, though, is that even though it has like a split tail system that you can change, when it's locked together, that tail is ultra stiff.
Yes, correct.
Now, what makes it ultra stiff?
So, I mean, coming into it, one of the main things is going to be those carbon slime walls.
Yep.
So, coming into the back, that's giving it structure behind it. It's giving it pop.
Yep.
It's giving that stability to come out. Other than that, the fact that we went around all the way with slime wall into the channel as well.
There's slime walls in there as well.
It's not just a cutout. It's 100% slime wall going into there. So, that does it. But, giving it that double-sided personality is this little whale tail looking guy on the back. So, once that's locked and it's sealed in there, it's going to be stiff, responsive. And when it's unlocked, it's going to be loose and playful. Yeah, she's all over the place then.
That's right.
So the big thing with it, obviously, when you're out on a groomer, you're going to want response. But it's also a board that you can do two things with. So I call it my morning and my afternoon board. Okay. Because when I hop on in the morning, I want to be super responsive, super fast, hard charging.
Yep.
Eat some lunch. You hang out for a little bit. I'm getting older. My legs hurt.
Sure.
You pop this tail open, and it loosens up that tail, and it's a little bit more playful, surfy feel. So that's what's great on like a groomer run. In the powder, when you unlock that thing, it sinks the tail down like a swallowtail would. Lets that channel the snow through there. Gives you a float on your nose, so it picks up that nose of the board. So you have better float in there. But then these guys in the back, it's kind of tough to see as I wipe out Guff. But this guy, you're going to get some movement in there.
Oh, yeah. That's incredible.
So these are going to be tails for you. So it's going to really let you carve through that that deep snow better than anything else on the market. So it's a super cool board. Carbon Array 3 roll-in slime wall.
Carbon Array on both the nose and the tail?
Yes.
Oh, right.
So it's going to sit up a little bit higher, obviously, because of that swallowtail.
Yeah.
But, you've got a very colorful base, which makes it great when you're out in the powder. You want to be able to see your base.
Right.
If you got a white base and you fall down, nobody sees you.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, and I fall down a lot, so I want people to see my base.
That's right.
So yeah,
and I really like how you said, you know, of course the personalities change, but also like when you're right away in the morning, the groomers are good. You can lay down some nice deep turns. But when it starts to get kind of cruddy outside, after lunch you're a little bit fatigued, you're a little bit tired, and your mind may not be as sharp because you've been riding all day. You know, your eyes may be fatigued depending on what goggles you have. Beer.
What?
Right.
Somebody maybe had some beers. Yeah.
So you sometimes don't always want to have an aggressive board like at 3-4 p.m. Here in the Midwest, we ride pretty late into the night.
Yeah.
So like being able to loosen up that tail so it's not so catchy.
Yeah.
Or not so aggressive is a really, really nice touch.
Well, it's perfect for that one guy, that let's say or gal that goes out and they want 2 boards. And they don't have the money for 2 boards.
Right.
This is one of those things that allows them to get out in a really deep powder situation.
Yeah.
And also on a groomer around their local mountain.
And that's really cool too. They actually feel vastly different. You know, like there's a lot of boards that are classified as quiver of 1 boards that do everything pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But it basically has the same feel no matter what kind of terrain you're in. You know, it'll vary a little bit, but this has a vastly different feel when you keep it clipped or keep it unclipped.
Yes, true.
That's awesome. That's a ride alter ego. Okers, dude. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Always a pleasure having this guy in. Ryan has been they've been like a very important piece and component to what we do here at the house. It's always great to have them in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment or a question. Let me know if you've ridden the Alter Ego before. We just broke 25,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. We couldn't do that without you. If you want to see more industry insider style videos with guys like Mike Okers, remember to subscribe to the channel and kind of see some of the cool insights to some of the guys and some of the products that you may not otherwise get a chance to see. Thanks so much. Peace.